This episode is brought to you by BETR Picks. Right now, new users get free $10 upon sign up and deposit, plus a $200 bonus with your first deposit as well. Just use code BENCHD, that's BENCHD, or hit the link in the description to claim it now and enjoy. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Bench Podcast. Joey here, AJ, Terrell, and Derek here. We got a full house today, this morning, on a Saturday morning, picking every game in Week 11 of the NFL season as we storm into the second half of the NFL season. Thursday night is behind us, and we have a full slate of games here heading into Sunday, and then, of course, a Monday night cap with the Cowboys and Raiders. Don't know who made that choice, but it is done now, and we have to watch it. Guys, how we doing, boys? AJ has been on pretty regularly. Terrell, we've seen you a couple times, but Derek, welcome back.
Welcome in.
Married, and,
what up, man?
He's back now, a married man, and back on the show on a Saturday morning. How you doing, man?
Man, I love being married, honestly. It feels the same without all the stress. So I can finally watch my football on Thursdays. I can watch my football on Saturdays, Sundays, Mondays, and no one annoys me. So it's good.
Wedding planning is behind you. Thank God.
You gotta do the DB strap when you get married.
I would not to share too much about the man's business, but I was at Derek's wedding, and Derek had a great time. I don't know if he remembers me saying bye, but he was having a great time.
People told me I had a great time. I mean, I'll believe them.
Week 11 here today. We're going to jump into it, picking every single game. It's a interesting set of games. Interesting lines that they've been set at. We'll talk about that as we go through. And then just some major battles. Huge monster games that somehow did not end up in any kind of primetime slot. But it is what it is. Real quick, if you're watching here on YouTube for the first time, welcome to the channel. Please please subscribe. Helps out the channel. It's kind of a free way for you to support us as we are in season 3 year of the Bench Podcast. If you're listening on any of the audio platforms, thanks for joining us for that as well. Leave a comment, leave a rating, leave a review, as long as it's 5 stars. That's always very helpful as well. And then, of course, follow us on social media. That's at Benched Show on TikTok, on X, and on Instagram. A lot of conversations going on all those platforms, football conversations, a lot of trolling going on, a lot of personal jokes that sometimes hurt my feelings. Either way, we love the fandom of our followers, and we'll always celebrate that. All right, boys, we got a lot to get into today, so let's just jump right into it. Sunday morning, 6:30 a.m. If you're a true NFL fan, if you really love the game, if you bleed NFL, you'll be up watching the 3-7 Dolphins facing off against the 3-7 Commanders in Madrid. Dolphins coming off that big win against the Bills. Blowout of the Bills. McDaniel, did you hear what he did? He strapped those boys down for 24 hours. Said, you guys are going nowhere. We're going to keep up this win streak, or we're going to turn around this season. Probably not. Commanders are thin in the secondary, missing 2 of their starting cornerbacks. And then Deron Payne, who just decided to punch Amon-Ra St. Brown square in the mouth, will miss this game as well. He's suspended. You got a weak run defense here of the Dolphins and a strong run game of the Commanders. That could be a key matchup here. But Dolphins-Commanders, won't spend too much time on this one. We'll go AJ, Derek, then Terrell. How you picking this one, boys?
I mean, I'll be asleep, so whoever I pick isn't really going to matter in the long run. Honestly, man, I thought last week was the last of the international games. I'm sad to see that this is on the schedule. Should have made for a great game when they, before the season started, when you look at these two teams. Unfortunate that Washington's in the position that they're in. Arrow up for Miami, I guess, with no
win streak,
no end game, but I'll go ahead and pick Miami here. It seems like McDaniel's really coaching for his job, as he should be, because he's going to get the opportunity to get a new quarterback in there next year. So I'll pick Miami.
Derek?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Commanders to get the better draft pick. So Commanders lose this one for sure.
Nice.
I'm not going to go with Mariota. Scary Terry McLaurin is out. Deebo Samuel is like a touchdown dependent guy. So if you guys really need, a wide receiver help, maybe get Deebo Samuel. He does well even without Jaden Daniels. But let's keep the Fins rolling with Miami. I like what they did against Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm taking Miami in this game. Like, it's, It's like AJ said, who cares?
Somehow they strong start to the episode.
Two big blowout wins, beating up the
Yeah.
Falcons and beating up the Bills, and then you've just been on the other side of it. So it'll be a close, ugly game. Sorry to the Spanish people out there, but you guys
sorry, Spain. This is what you get to
sorry about that.
NFL relationship. Yeah, I'm going Dolphins as well, coming off that big win over the Bills. A-Chain I can never say his name right. A-Chain.
Devon A-Chain.
Devon A-Chain, 174 yards rushing last week, and now facing that terrible Commanders run defense. I think he goes off as well. I got Dolphins in this one. Let's get out of this game and move on to the incredible Panthers versus Falcons game. Atlanta here favored -3.5. This game is in Atlanta. Right now, the Panthers averaging 11.25 points per game in the last 4 games. Yes, I said that right. Just over 11 points per game in the last 4 games. Mr. Young, Mr. Top Pick, has more than 200 yards passing one time in 9 starts this year. O-line, if you remember, was much improved, went from last in the league to now PFF ranks them at 11th, and they drafted Ted McMillan. So the 200 yards is kind of baffling to me, but that's where we are with him, Mr. Bryce Young. On the other side, Falcons, Drake London's going off, but 4 straight losses. Did you realize the Falcons have lost 4 straight times? I didn't realize that when I was going into this. Let's do it again. AJ, what you got?
Hey, give me the Panthers in this one. Panthers have an opportunity here, as they should have won last week against the Saints. But they have an opportunity here to go above 500 and get a little bit of a nice lead in this division and close in closer to the Bucs. So I'll take the Panthers in just one of those weird division games. The Falcons. I have watched every Falcons game as somebody who has Bijan Robinson in fantasy. I'm so done with Raheem Morris. I'm just done with this team. And it's not just the Bijan Tyler Algier argument. It's just everything about the way he coaches this team and the way they call games. I'm so out on the Falcons.
The Falcons just have no identity on offense, and it's like so maddening because they have the players. They got Bijan. Algier is like a great 1-2 punch, right? London, I mean, I will say Pitts, the rest of the receivers, kind of mid. But actually, I mean, Penix is putting the ball on the money when he gets the opportunities, just doesn't get the right play calls there. With that said, Falcons did lose earlier to the Panthers. They put up a stinker earlier in the season. They got blown out by the Panthers. I want them to get revenge here at home.
I'm going with Atlanta on this one. Same thing. They've got all the tools. They got the pieces. I mean, we'll look at Carolina's run game has been stepping up this back half of the season, or towards the end of the front of the season. But I like Atlanta to come out and get this win because their season's going to be over. They lose this game. This vaunted, scary Falcons team that the Eagles fans were afraid of.
Right now, the Panthers are 5-4, I believe. And
5-5.
5. They're 5-5 right now.
5-5, yeah.
So 5 wins is basically what I want to point out because Bryce Young has 6 wins in his first 2 seasons combined. So he's trying to match his first 2 seasons win total in this game. I don't think he does it. I got the Falcons as well. In my notes, I put my pick Falcons. After that, don't know why. And so that's where I am with this game. Falcons, Panthers. Let's move on.
I'm weirdly excited for this game. I'm gonna watch this game.
Yeah, for fantasy reasons.
Yeah. Bucks Bills, boys. 6-3 versus 6-3. Buffalo here with that big line -5.5. Bills offense, second in the NFL in yards per game. That's 384, and first in rushing at 153 yards per game. Rushing. Bills are a juggernaut on offense. That Buccaneers run defense, though, trying to rebound after giving up nearly 200 yards rushing to Miami. I think this is going to be more. There's going to feel a lot more like 2 juggernauts going at it in my mind. But how do you see this one, AJ? Bucks Bills.
Yeah, this is
in Buffalo.
This is close, and exactly what you just said. I think the only way I can pick this game is just going with the home team, because these are 2 very close teams in my mind. Buffalo maybe not as dominant as I thought they would be coming into the season. They've got some holes. And then Tampa Bay is outplaying their injury luck this season. So I think that kind of meets somewhere in the middle. and I'll choose Buffalo in a close one.
I like Bucks, especially with the points. Give me 5.5 with the Bucks. They're playing awesome this year, right? Like I know they had a lot of injuries, but those guys continue still to be out. But Baker still continues to perform. I know you wanted to sell high on Emeka Egbuka. No way, dude. This guy continues his streak against the Bills.
Who did that? I didn't do that.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. At least I sold him for Brian Thomas Jr., so that worked.
Oh, well. Wow, you really came up on that one.
Yeah,
Yep.
what a win. Yeah, I mean, I'm going with the Bucks in this one. Look, for both teams, this is a huge game. It could go either. Their seasons can go either directions from here, and both of them need These are bounce back wins for them both of these teams. So, but I like the Bucks against this. I like these receivers against this Bills secondary. So, I'm going with the Bucks in this game
For real.
I want to see the Bills get some chunk plays here. I want to see them with some deep passes or some long runs, whatever. Last week against the Bucks, the Patriots had some huge plays. Travion Henderson with 69 and 55-yard rushing touchdowns, and then Kyle Williams with a 70-plus yard receiving touchdown. All that being said, give me the Bills. I think the Patriots are putting crazy pressure on the Bills to keep winning and to keep up in that division, and I think they're going to step up to it. And I just think the Bucks, they just don't have the firepower yet. Bucky Irving, Chris Godwin going to miss another one. Emeka Egbuka, once again, the only guy there. I just think they're undermanned. And as heroic as Baker Mayfield has been all year, I think the buck stops here with the Bills. Like
is there an over under for how many times Josh Allen flails back his head? Can we like get that as a line?
I didn't see that in the notes.
So someone get better to put that in the betting line. All right.
Oh yeah. Over under is 46.5. What do you guys got there? I think over.
I like a shootout.
Over, yeah.
Well, actually, what's the weather in Buffalo?
Is
it snowing? It was snowing in the Northeast, wasn't it?
It might be, yeah.
It probably is.
Buffalo weather.
Before I move on, quick stat here. Josh Allen, in losses,
sunny.
He has 2 turnovers. In their 6 wins, he has 1. So kind of like if he gets more than 1 turnover, they're pretty much going to lose that game. Kind of interesting to see. Let's move on here. Titans, Texans. This will be one of those quick ones. Texans, after starting 0-3, have missed out on back-to-back chances now to reach that 500 mark. I think they got a strong shot of doing it here. Titans were just shut out in week number 4. Houston allows just 16 points per game. That's best in the NFL. And Tennessee averages 14 points per game. That's worse than the NFL. The Titans might not cross the 50-yard line in this game. I'll go ahead and just get my pick out of the way here. Texans, I think 14 points wins this game.
Yeah, Texans, no problem. Titans can't do anything against that defense. And then Davis Mills is playing well. He's a guy that's been there for several years now. He's like their guy at backup quarterback. So, yeah, Houston, no problem.
Yeah, the 2 Oiler franchises going head-to-head. Give me the Texans, baby.
Yeah, I'm going with Houston in this game. Houston to get a little bit more momentum going into trying to see who's going to get that wild card spot.
All right, games getting better here. Bears, Vikings, 6-3 versus 4-5. This game is in Minnesota there, so we'll get that skull clap. Bears, 4 game-winning drives this year for Caleb Williams. He's been elite in crunch time, kind of mid every other minute. But when it comes to crunch time, he seems to turn it on. The thing with Caleb Williams, though, is if you go through his schedule, he hasn't really played anyone. Over his, let's see, I'm trying to get into these stats here. Yeah, the 6 teams they've beat are a combined 15-41. That's a 0.26 winning percentage. They have a negative point differential in that date. And over the next 8 games, their opponents are combined 40-31. So the games are going to get much closer here for the Bears. I want to see if it's real. I'm not going to come on here and call them frauds yet, but the schedule's about to get a little tougher and the tests are about to get a little harder. You're not going to be able to come back against lesser teams. On the other hand, the Vikings, I don't know what they are yet. They beat the Lions 2 weeks ago, and then they lost last week. J.J. McCarthy, one of the least accurate quarterbacks in the NFL, 22% off target rate. He did get hurt in practice. That limited all week. This is a tough one. AJ, you got?
This one's very tough. So I've been hard on the Bears all season. I'd label them as frauds. My opinion about them has lightened. They're still on fraud watch for me. But just like you said, on the other side with the Vikings, I don't know who this team is. I don't know what they are. I think, man, this is tough. I want to go. I'm leaning Bears, but I think I'm gonna stick with the Vikings here. I think this is an opportunity for them to put a stamp on what type of team they are. And just like you said, the Bears have not played anybody. They had a classic game against the Giants. Like as I thought about that, I'm like, I'm not
signature
gonna put
win.
my stamp on the Bears this week.
I like the Bears in this one. I think they actually have an identity. You get to the midseason point, you want your team to get this identity. I don't know if there's a more Jekyll Hyde than the Minnesota Vikings this year. They're good one week, they're just bad the next week. You can't count on them to do anything. Not like I can count on the Bears, but you can at least count on them to show up in the fourth quarter. They might want to show up in the fourth quarter this time against the Vikings. They'll get that revenge from that Monday night week 1 loss. I think Caleb Williams and the team is much better than they were in week 1.
No, I like the two first round draft picks going head to head this week. I like JJ. I like Caleb Williams. This is a good storyline. We're still trying to figure out who's the best quarterback in that class. Drake May's taking the lead, I think, but this is gonna be a fun one. But I like Minnesota. If we look at the Bears comeback wins, it's against bad defenses. I don't see if Minnesota gets a lead, I don't see them just crumbling to the Bears at the end of the game. So I'm going with the Vikings in this one.
Caleb Williams is 1-7 versus the NFC North, 0-2 this season. He struggled against his own division. Give me the Vikings, but in a close one with this one. Let's move ahead here to who we got next? Packers and Giants. Packers, 2 losses in a row, both at home, have not scored 13 points in more than 13 points in 3 straight games. That's the longest streak since 1999. There's a lot of noise in Green Bay right now. After you do what you did this offseason and bring in Micah Parsons and then stack that offensive line with Aaron Banks and draft picks, this is not acceptable. 5-3-1 is not acceptable. You have the coach and the GM on expiring contracts. They're not signed through the future, and so there's a lot of pressure in Green Bay. Facing off against the Giants, who just fired Brian Daboll. No Jackson Dart, 4 straight losses for them as well. I'll get us out of the way. I think we're all going to kind of be on the same page here. I got Packers, and literally, they can't lose. They can't lose this game, or it's going to get very, very ugly in Green Bay.
Beyond the team, LaFleur can't lose this game. And LaFleur can't win this game by less than a touchdown. I mean, he's got to call a good game here. We know plenty of Packer fans that are just fuming at Matt LaFleur right now. So he's got to coach for his for public opinion on this one.
Yeah.
If LaFleur loses this, you might as well just leave him in New York. Like, you cannot lose 3 in a row like that. Lose to the Giants and Jameis Winston. I think, I love Jameis Winston. He is made for TV, but we cannot lose this. I am interested about the -7. You guys actually think the Packers covered the -7?
I mean, they've scored 13 or less in 3. How are they going to get to? I don't know. I wouldn't take that. No. I'm interested to see what this Giants defense does.
Okay, Von Thibodeau, if that makes a difference.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going with the Giants in this game.
No way.
If there is a quarterback who will sling this ball with these weapons, you're going to have fun. You saw him do it with Cleveland last year. He made Jerry Jeudy a star for like 6 games last year. So
that's a decent point, man.
He's just going to say, look, I'm going to throw this ball. I'm not going to – wherever it goes. Jameis might throw 4 touchdowns and 4 interceptions in this game. Like, it's just
a lot of possession time.
It's one of those. One of these games. He's so crazy that they might happen in the same possession. No, but look, this Packers team. This is beyond must win. Like, there's a lot of people's jobs on the line. Even Jordan Love, we're going to look at him with a big question mark. Like, hold on. Right. We hand you the keys to the franchise and you just haven't been that guy. So I don't know. I like the Giants in this one. Giants for the upset.
Now I'm jealous. I wish I would have bet the Giants. I'll pick the Packers
on the money line, but
I'll tell you what, man. Just a quarterback that you just don't want to face when you're up against it is Jameis Winston. just does not give a shit.
Yeah.
Like he will sleep fine no matter what happens.
He has ultimate job security.
Yeah, just not there. All right, let's move ahead here to the Bengals and Steelers. This one is in Pittsburgh. 3-6 Bengals, 5-4 Steelers. Bengals gashed Pittsburgh in Week 7. Chase Brown, 108 yards rushing in that game. Flacco, 342 and 3 touchdowns. And Jamar Chase, not to be outdone, 16 catches, 161 yards, and a touchdown. This was the battle of the old men, if we remember. Steelers, man, clinging to that first place in the AFC North. They've lost 3 of 4, and they've given up at least 31 points a game in those games. Jamar Chase, a touchdown in 3 straight games against the Steelers. This game should, for a first-place team against the Bengals, who are playing with Joe Flacco, and no one, obviously with their skill position players, but Joe Flacco, this should be easier, but I'm scared for the Steelers here. This might be it. Last week in first place by themselves.
Give me the Bengals. We talked about it before. This Pittsburgh offense.
AJ hates the Steelers.
I hate the Steelers. They can't get. I don't know how they're 5-4. I honestly, I gotta when we get off of this, I gotta go back and look at their schedule and see what games they won. Because their offense is stagnant. The defense is fraudulent. When we watched this last matchup between the Bengals and the Steelers, their corners were getting toasted by Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Absolutely toasted. And Flacco was able to do whatever he wanted. I think that repeats itself here, especially with the Bengals. There's a little bit of new life injected in them. Joe Burrow's back to practice. Yeah. There's a light at the end of the tunnel in this very weak division this year. Bengals have an opportunity in front of them. I think they win this game.
Yeah. Give me the Bengals, baby. We watched Pittsburgh on Sunday Night Football against the Chargers, and they had nothing. They had nothing on offense. They had nothing on defense. At least the Bengals, they have the skill position players to make plays. You're confident in Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. Even Chase Brown has looked good with Joe Flacco there. So one team is 3-6, one team is 5-4. I actually have much more hope for the Bengals just because Joe Burrow is coming back to actually overtake the Steelers eventually in the season.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bengals in this game. The Steelers, the Steelers are just a bunch of old men, and they got off to a head start. We let them say, "Hey, go ahead, old man, just go and get a good start to the season." We know you got your walkers, and we're about to catch up to you. Like you're slowing down. Steelers aren't doing anything. They're done. I think they all need a reboot and a revamp. But nah, Steelers, as AJ said, their time is coming to an end, leading this division. But I don't think either team's going to win this division.
You guys are so disrespectful. That's the first place Steelers. And I'm going to go ahead and join you. I'm going to take the Bengals as well. We're on the horizon. AJ mentioned, I think, the energy that's going to bring to that franchise, who was already playing with the ultimate don't give a fuck energy. Like it's all house money. No one's expecting anything from the Joe Flacco Bengals, and they're going to come roaring back. I think with the Ravens, I think both of those teams finish in front of the Steelers by the end of the season. I have the Bengals as well in this AFC North battle. Let's move on here to the Chargers and Jaguars. Jaguars 7-3 versus 5-4. Justin Herbert last week sacked 5 times, pressured 12 times. The reason that's important is that Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt not coming through those doors, not running through that tunnel on this Sunday. Herbert sacked 33 times and hit 134 times this season already. Let's see if he makes it through the season. But all that being said, handled the Steelers last week pretty easily. Jags have an underachieving pass rush. I didn't know this. Let's see. Who should I quiz? Terrell. Over under 10 sacks combined for Josh Hines Allen and Trayvon Walker.
Under 10 sacks.
They have 4 combined sacks between them. 4 combined sacks between Josh Hines Allen and Trayvon Walker. I am done defending Trayvon Walker. I've defended him so much throughout the years, but that's awful. And that might be the breaking point of this game. If they can do something, this is the team they're going to do it against. The team that's missing both of their all-world tackles. No Travis Hunter. BTJ is still questionable with that ankle. We're going to see the debut of Jacoby Myers. Parker Washington starting. I'll pick this one first. Give me the Chargers to go to 8-3 here. AJ, you got.
Give me the Chargers. I'm so glad the Jags are showing who they've lost 3 of the last 4, and the one win in the last 4 was a 1-point overtime win against the Raiders.
Yeah.
So
They should have lost that one.
Oh yeah. They were the ultimate frauds to start this season. Everyone was talking about the turnovers that they were forcing. We knew that was not going to last, and now we're seeing this is who they are. Trevor Lawrence is who he is, and I just think the Chargers are going to have no issues here.
Yep.
Yeah. Give me the Chargers comfortably with the spread. The Jags just don't have anything going for them. Like I said, we got to get that identity. The Chargers are actually running the ball well with Kamani Vidal. I don't know. I wonder if Omarion Hampton comes back. They kind of go to like a 2-back thing.
Yeah.
I hope not, because I have Omarion Hampton on my IR, just been rotting there, along with Bucky Irving on the same team. So that's been great. But I like what the Chargers are doing. Harbaugh is just playing typical Harbaugh ball.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is a game for me though. I need to see if this is same old Chargers in this game, because this is a game where they should just come in and dominate the Jags in this one. The Jags are, like I said, ultimate frauds. They're a terrible team, but I'm going with the Chargers in this one, and I want to see though if they're same old Chargers. If they come out, handle business in this game, look out. The Chargers still might have a chance to make some noise here in the playoffs.
2 things, guys. Big week in the AFC West when it comes to that division. Who's going to win it? The Chargers need to keep up with, of course, the Broncos at 8-2, and then the Broncos playing the Chiefs. And so, big week and kind of the seeding there in the AFC West. I've talked about it with AJ, and so AJ, I'll pass over you with this question. This is to Terrell and Derek. Travis Hunter, was it a mistake to trade up for Travis Hunter and pick him with what, number 2?
Number 2.
Yes. You can't give up that type of draft capital and your team's still this garbage, right? Like, you're giving up next year's pick. You're honestly not even a playoff team this year. So you're giving an upper half pick, just for this guy that you're not even playing on both sides of the ball. Like, I think the plan with him was flawed to begin with.
Yeah, I think he went to the wrong team. Like that's where it's shocking up to be for a lot of these guys. But yeah, no, they messed him up. They should have played him on both sides of the ball. I wouldn't say it was a mistake to go get him, because I think he could have been one of those. And I'm not gonna say generational guy. I don't like putting that on rookie guys, but no, he could have been one of those stars out there that we've seen. They just didn't play him in the right way. So I'm not going to go mistake, but I'm going to go he went to the wrong team. Wrong team got him. But I think either one of those wrong teams, either him or the Browns, were going to get him. So
yeah, well,
either way, his career
was doomed.
Yeah.
AJ he shouldn't have done so well at Colorado.
Yeah.
AJ, gut feeling, does he ever play 2 ways again?
Yeah, they have to at least try to make it work based on what they gave up for him. They have to at least try. I think they should? Absolutely not. But I mean, he came into the league touted as this guy as the next Deion Sanders, and they're going to want to try everything they can to make it work. So yes, he will play both ways again at some point, but I don't think he should.
I'm going to start viewing in draft prep anyone who gets labeled with generational talent. I'm going to view that as a negative going forward. If they call you generational talent, you're off my draft board. I don't want you on my team.
Who's the last guy that hit on that? Because it wasn't Trevor Lawrence. It so
Hurts.
far has not been Caleb Williams.
Jalen Hurts.
No. Yeah.
Opposite.
No.
I don't know who is that guy. I can't.
It hasn't hit.
Andrew Luck.
Miles
Since Andrew
Garrett?
Luck, yeah.
Miles Garrett.
Are you talking about quarterbacks? Okay, well.
Oh yeah. I think we were just thinking quarterback, but yeah, Miles Garrett. Yeah.
Why did they give Joe Burrow that?
No,
I don't think they gave Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow
that.
just had a nice
He was just sexy.
career, nice little college career. Yeah.
All right, boys. Let's go to the varsity. Seahawks and Rams, 7-2 versus 7-2. Derek will be at this game, and don't call him, don't text him. He will not be able to respond. I please don't get in a fight. I know you will. You will enjoy yourself with the beverages. Please don't get in a fight. I don't need to see you on one of those videos. If you are in one of those videos, we will repost it because It's great for the it's great for the show. It's great for the podcast. But no, 7-2 versus 7-2 here. Winner takes the lead in the NFC West. This is an early gift for us. It's a playoff game. Rams favored by 3.5, -3.5 right now. Also likely impact of NFC home field advantage. We're this late in the season and you have 2 losses. You're in the running for the number 1 overall seed. Quick caveat here, not to spoil anything for you, Derek. A couple demons in the closet for Sam Darnold versus these Rams. Last time he faced them as a member of the Vikings, did not go well in the playoffs. He's looking for redemption as well. The Seahawks, 5th-ranked scoring defense versus MVP candidate Matthew Stafford and his 25 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. I mean, all the stats in this one. The Rams, points for, they're 5th with 27 points against. They're 2nd with 17. If the Rams win this one, their chances of winning division go from 50 to 66, and Seattle would drop to 27. Jackson Smith and Jigba leads the NFL with 1,041 yards. First Seahawk ever with 1,000 yards in the first 9 games. This is going to be everything we love about football. It's also one of those games where I'm not going to overreact. I don't care what happens in this game. Both of these teams are very much in the mix, no matter what happens in the NFC Championship game, and should be on everyone's list of Super Bowl contenders. AJ, Seahawks, Rams, 7-2. We got.
Man, Derek, enjoy yourself, man.
Have fun,
what a
man.
game.
Dude,
What
I'm
a
so
game.
excited to be there.
That's awesome. You get to see your team go against probably what's labeled as the best team in the NFL. And I think you're really going to enjoy yourself because I've got the Seahawks winning this one. The Seahawks, man, Darnold is playing lights out. JSN against this Rams secondary is going to absolutely eat, especially with the new addition of Rashid Shaheed opening up a new element to the offense. And then we already know about the Seattle Seahawks defense. Yeah, give me Seattle in this one. Throw everything out the window. It's a divisional matchup, and I just think I love the Seahawks.
Gonna be a
I love the
fight.
Seahawks.
Let's go, baby. I love it.
It's gonna be a dog fight. Go ahead, Derek.
So for the second straight year, Sam Darnold finds himself 7-2 in the best division in football. All right,
nice.
So the Seahawks, honestly, they've been surprising a lot of people. The last few games, they've blowing everybody out, which is unusual for Seattle. They usually sweat it out somehow. Sam Darnold is a little prone to giving like the kind of like the boneheaded turnovers. There's a stat out there that this time last year, the Seahawks with Geno Smith and Sam Darnold actually have the same amount of turnovers. So
wow,
that is the difference is like our defense is really good and the games are kind of been put away before the second half. With that said, I do think that the Rams secondary is susceptible. That is if Jared Verse doesn't have a good game. He's been kind of quiet this year, and he was awesome last year. So he may want to take advantage of our new center. Our center is starting his first game of the year. So that might pose some issues in the interior of that line. But, I can't go against my home team. Go Seattle Seahawks with the money line, plus 150.
This is going to be, like everyone said, this is going to be, I think, one of the games of the day. This is going to be a fun one. But as a Broncos fan, I do not like the Seahawks, but it is great for the NFL that the Seahawks are back. It sucks kind of seeing them be down a couple years. But Seattle being back, this is great for the NFL. This is going to be great for the division. Like Joey said, doesn't matter who wins or loses this game. I don't think either of these teams can't get blown out. This can't be a blowout win for either team. But if this is, even if it's a 10-point game for one of the other teams, I don't think it says too much on their fate going into the playoffs. But I'm taking the Rams at home. Rams house is going to be strong in that one. That's going to be a fun game to go to. I'd go to that game as an NFL fan. So, but I'm going with Matt Stafford and the boys. Take this one home.
I'm going to even this out, and I'm sorry, Derek. I'm going to go with the Rams here, and I just think Sam Darnold has some real demons, and that D-line is going to know that, and they're going to come after him. And I just think the ability for that front to terrorize Sam Darnold. I didn't know about the center, because we talk about Jared Verse and Byron Young right up the middle with Brandon Fisk and Poona Ford and those boys. They're no joke either. I just think they get to Sam Darnold, and I think at home the Rams win in a close one, though, a dogfight, a classic, however you want to call it. And I'll say it again, doesn't matter because playoffs are all that matters. Championships all that matters for these two teams. That's what will define their season going forward, not a Week 11 win or loss. Anything else before we move on? Huge game. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, sorry.
In this division, we have the Seahawks and Rams, and then on the other side, we have the 49ers and Cardinals. 6-4 versus 3-6. Fred Warner out, of course. Since that, they have been vulnerable to tight end scoring. Bad news. On the other side is Trey McBride. 8 catches, 82 yards, and averaging a touchdown and a quarter. Good stats. In the past 4 weeks. Cardinals, 8 players missing practice on Thursday. 6 starters missed Friday's practice. Marvin Harrison going to be out in this one. 49ers scoring 22 points per game. That's 23rd in the NFL. Fewest in the first 10 games under Shanahan since 2017. But back comes the savior. Back comes the franchise quarterback. Brock Purdy is finally back in this one. We're going to see the Brock Purdy-led 49ers. I'm just going to go get my pick out of the way. I got 49ers here. Cardinals 2 beat up, and I think Brock Purdy begins somewhat of a turnaround for this Niners offense, although I think the upside is the ceiling is still limited for this team with as many injuries as they're still going to be dealing with. AJ, who you got?
Yeah, I was going to ask. I was waiting to see if you were going to say if Brock Purdy was in or not, and then I just realized it doesn't even matter. Kyle Shanahan is down. Like, I'll pick the Niners.
That's so disrespectful, bro.
No, but it's the ultimate respect to Kyle Shanahan. I mean, can you imagine this guy with a stud quarterback? He's done it with Mac Jones. Mac Jones is on pace if he started all 17 games for 4,500 yards this year. Mac Jones.
That's wild.
Like this season has just shown me 2 things. The Niners need to get a stud, and they shouldn't have never paid Brock Purdy.
Ooh.
They shouldn't have paid Brock Purdy.
Oof.
Shanahan's
the contract hasn't even kicked in yet.
Yeah. Damn. They should have never paid Brock Purdy.
Ooh.
And that's nothing against Brock Purdy. I think he's a solid starting NFL quarterback, but this is the Shanahan show. This is it. Shanahan made Purdy. Mac Jones is killing it right now. So just when I thought about all that, I'm like, it doesn't even matter who's starting. Niners.
How would you guys feel if Lawrence was on the Niners?
Trevor Lawrence?
Like, yeah. You? Like, we're out on Lawrence? Because I think Lawrence on the Niners might be pretty darn good.
I mean, has he ever had like a coach?
That's just the one guy, like him and Kyler are the 2 guys I would not be like, oh yeah, there's an upgrade.
I mean, you said that's the perfect name for us to sit here and think about. Like, really, really think like, man.
Like if he had Baker Mayfield, they're a Super Bowl favorite.
Yeah.
Right.
You
but
know, like
Baker
that
Mayfield's
kind of guy?
outlook before, this Tampa Bay resurgence was bleaker than
true.
Lawrence.
That's very true. I don't know. I'm not
That's a great
Trevor
question.
Lawrence.
Yeah.
I'm just maybe I just
Shanahan is that
Trevor
dude.
Lawrence
I think Trevor
Yeah.
Lawrence, after this, he could probably look to go to San Francisco.
Do you agree with that, Derek, real quick? Do you agree with the Purdy take that AJ had?
That it doesn't matter if Purdy's in or not?
Yeah. They shouldn't have paid him.
Yes. Well, I agree they shouldn't have paid him. I think you should only pay really the top 5 guys that type of money. The rest of the NFL, like I've kind of gone on this, but like the rest, you have those top tier guys, maybe those top 6 paid guys, and then you have like the rest, the next 10 guys. the paid difference is way different for the next 10 guys, but they pretty much all give you the same thing. You can win with them, but you're not gonna like, they're not gonna like go above and beyond, be those Patrick Mahomes types. So I don't think they should have paid Purdy, but because Mac Jones is doing pretty well. One guy that's coming back is Ricky Pearsall, though. I know that because I also have him on my bench rotting, and he comes back from the dead. So
Yikes!
I hope Ricky Pearsall has a good day. The Arizona Cardinals team is beat up. I've watched that team against the Seahawks. They had nothing going for them. I know Brissett had like a couple good plays against the Cowboys, but everybody has good plays against the Cowboys. Give me the Niners on that one.
Yeah, this one's an easy one. Niners in this one. I'm with everyone else at quarterback. I think Brock Purdy and Mac Jones, there's not a stark difference between the 2 of them. Giving him the money was the mistake. Trevor Lawrence, that's a good one. I was thinking as everyone was talking, I was like, who could they have gone after? Who could they go after and bring in under center? Trevor Lawrence is an interesting quarterback to try to go after. So no, but I like the Niners.
I mean, didn't they have Sam Darnold in uniform?
Had Sam. They did.
Yeah.
They had
They
Sam.
did.
I was about to say that. I was like, is this another team that says we regret getting rid of Sam? But I don't know. I think he's still in the same bucket as the other guys.
Yeah.
Purdy, Jones, Darnold.
You can't get okay. He couldn't have gone to Sam Darnold.
Imagine.
They just made the Super Bowl, and you're gonna hey, you know what, guys? Let's go Sam Darnold, who like had shown nothing.
You're right.
Yeah.
Did you do your pick, Terrell? I think I missed it.
Niners.
Yeah, I think I said mine too. Niners as well. Although I'm going to disagree a little bit with all of you guys in that Purdy take. You guys are disrespecting my man. But we'll see, I guess, down the stretch. All right, guys. Ravens and Browns. Let's do this one quickly because I'm so excited to talk about the games after this one. Baltimore -7.5. This should be an easy win. Let's just say what it is. The Ravens are storming back, and the Browns really, really suck. Browns allow 264 yards per game. That's second fewest in the NFL. So that's kind of, I guess, their saving grace. Can they keep this a lowest scoring, ugly game as many AFC North games tend to be? I'm going to go with the Ravens here, but I think it's an ugly, low scoring game. Browns on upset watch, maybe, but I think Ravens should be able to take care of this one and continue to go on their quest for the first place spot in the AFC North. AJ.
Yep. Just a small step on their pathway to reclaiming this division. Ravens, no problem.
AJ relishes. He gets a little grin every time he gets.
And the Ravens still get to play the Steelers twice. This is their division. When I saw that, I'm like, no, Ravens are coming back. They're taking this division.
Steelers are so done, man. Derek.
Yeah, the Browns are on their path to get the number 1 pick again. So I do not like Browns +7.5 at all. Give me the Ravens with more than a touchdown. The Browns just got nothing going for them on offense.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you're one of the top 3 teams here in the AFC, if you're Denver, Indy, Patriots, you need the Browns to win this game because the Ravens are coming back and they are the team that nobody wants to play because going into the playoffs. I think they're going to take this. They're going to come back and take the division. But yeah, I'm going with the Ravens in this one. But they played them tough. Cleveland played them tough that week 2, I think, of the season. So it was a hard game through like 3 quarters, and then the Ravens pulled away. But going with the Ravens in this one.
Something to keep an eye on. Just throw it in there. Ravens allowed 25 sacks so far this season. That's more than all of last year. And they play Myles Garrett, the best pass rusher in the game. So maybe equalizer there. We'll see. But we're all taking Ravens anyway. Chiefs versus Broncos. We're finally here, Terrell. Chiefs versus Broncos. A chance for the Broncos to shut up a lot of people, including myself, this season. Chiefs at 5-4. Broncos at a totally legitimate 8-2. Chiefs had a slow start for sure, but they've been storming back. They're healthier now. I think Chiefs are another one of those teams where the rest of the NFL kind of hope that they would just stay down and stay out, and they're coming storming back as well. Broncos on that 7-game winning streak, first time since the Manning era, with the streak like that, a league best sack total with 46. They've beat one team with a winning record. Opponents' records combined is 21-47-1. Just want to throw it in there. Chiefs hadn't had multiple consecutive loss streaks since 2017. And so they're coming off that loss as well. AJ, Chiefs, Broncos in Denver. Who you have?
Chiefs, and let's move it on because I want to get to Terrell.
I'm surprised that okay, well, I'll make it quick.
No, go ahead, dear. Go ahead.
I'm surprised that the Chiefs are -3.5 on the road. It's not as surprising when you see the Broncos haven't done anything on offense. I love the Chiefs with Rashee Rice because I do have the Mahomes Rashee Rice stack. Pacheco's out, but also guess what? I got Kareem Hunt, so I got 3 Chiefs on one team.
There you go.
Let's go with the Chiefs.
I'm gonna go Chiefs as well. No Surtain, no Dobbins. I think those are the best players on each side of the ball, and slim chance with them. I think no chance without them. Terrell, the floor is yours.
I mean, look, this is gonna be a fun game. Denver at home. We haven't lost yet at home. But no Surtain makes it tough. Makes it tough to go man-to-man against Kansas City. So going zone, we've got to be able to get to Mahomes with 4. We can't get to Mahomes with 4. This one's going to be a rough game for Denver. No JK. Could we see a RJ Harvey breakout game?
You better.
Dinking and dunking the ball to him, just seeing him in the passing game too as well. Look, this game's going to come down to what Sean Payton does calling this game. If you try to get cute against Kansas City, this is going to be a bad game. But deep down, we know the history with the Chiefs. The NFL, I'm saying it, the NFL does not want the Chiefs to miss the playoffs. I'm calling it right now. There's going to be 2 or 3 BS penalties in this game.
Damn.
So, look, we'll be fine either way. I call it a 12-win team. I have a split against the Chiefs. I'm picking the Chiefs in this game because I don't think
wow.
I'm picking the Chiefs. I'm picking the Chiefs to get this one. But we'll take the Christmas Day game. I think we got to.
You said this is gonna be a fun game. I mean, have any Bronco games been fun?
Jimmy, we came back and beat the Birds.
Yeah,
that was a fun game.
Oh, okay, that was a good game.
Nearly a month ago.
It might be 2 months ago.
Beat the brakes off the Cowboys. Another fun game. So we've had some fun games. Got to get the Thursday night taste out of our mouth. Look, we've had some ugly. Philly had an ugly game against the Packers. So they
won though. Props to picking against your own team. Like the Eagles could be facing Jesus and his angels, and I would still pick them. I like it. So props to you for picking against the Broncos.
We all have these games where just deep down you're just like, I feel good about my team. We're 8-2, but it's just one of those games where you play the Chiefs. This happened to us last year. We had the momentum, but on the road, and then you just get some. There was 2 BS penalties in that game that kept the Chiefs around. Obviously, the blocked field goal was tough, but no, I mean these 2 teams play each other well. It's gonna be a fun one. But I'm going with the Chiefs in this one.
People think I'm anti-Bronco. I'm not. I somewhat want the Broncos to win.
You're a Bronco hater.
I'm not a Bronco hater.
You're a Bo Nix hater.
No, I'm just honest about who they've beaten.
They're hard watch this year. They're very hard watch.
You haven't had fun, Terrell.
It's like run 2 yards, throw it out to Troy Franklin.
Yeah, you like those fullback flat routes?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like the play calling is atrocious. The offense is not fun to watch. The defense is really fun to see them fly around the field. That is a huge weapon. I think a lot of times you have the flip side of it. You have a high-powered offense and just an ass defense, and we're like, oh, but we still love this team, right? But I mean, it's the opposite. You have a dominant defense who can literally win you a lot of games. So, and look, when Bo Nix when the offense has the ball with a chance to win, we win games. So
you're right.
That's a good point because last year, like the Bengals, right, one of the best offenses we've seen in recent memory, and then their defense just couldn't stop anybody. And we were always like, oh, the Bengals, you don't want to see them in the playoffs. So on the flip side, the Broncos could be the same. I like that actually.
Yeah. All right, Chiefs Broncos. That should be a good one. Somehow not in prime time. All right, let's move on here to the varsity. Eagles at Lions. Philly right now -2.5 on the road. 6-3 Lions versus 7-2 Eagles. Dan Campbell is 0-2 against the Eagles and 44-6 against the rest of the league. That's kind of interesting to me. Last week, Eagles defensive line kind of woke up with the addition of Jalen Phillips, 21 pressures, 8 quarterback hits, and 3 sacks against the Green Bay Packers. Jared Goff obviously historically struggles against pressure. I think that's the Eagles calling card. But this Lions offense has been incredible, unstoppable. Last week, Dan Campbell then takes over the play calling, and it gets even better. All these stars, 8. Eagles have just forced 4 turnovers. That's fewest in the NFL and the lowest in the franchise through 9 games. I'm going to go and pick right now. I'm going to pick the Eagles in a very close, ugly game. Not ugly game, but very close game, high-scoring game. And we're going to go Terrell, Derek, and then I want AJ to go ahead and bring this one home. Terrell, who you got?
I got Detroit in this game. Look, it is going to be an ugly game. I don't see the Lions going up and just running up the score. I don't see, them
really
putting up a lot of, I don't see this as a high scoring game. This is going to be a little bit lower scoring. I could see this one, a 20-17 game between the two of these teams.
Yeah.
But I'm going with Detroit in this one. Squeak it out. Game winning field goal here, 2017.
So the injury report for the Lions is actually extensive. They have quite a few guys. They got Kirby Joseph, Terrion Arnold, Sam Laporta, they're all out. They got a ton of guys that are questionable, including Penei Sewell, which is maybe like the biggest name in there. With that said, I hate what the Eagles are doing on offense. I hate what they're doing with A.J. Brown. It is Saquon Barkley or bust, and then Devontae Smith is their only really receiving threat at this point. I don't understand why Jalen Hurts can like turn it on for the playoffs, but then be just so questionable in the regular season. I'm gonna go with the Lions this one here on the road in the upset.
Listen, I love my team. I love Nick Sirianni. But there's one thing about Nick Sirianni, just he wears his emotions on his sleeve, and he's going to be very reactive. And there's one thing that's going to happen in this game. A.J. Brown's going to get 7 or 8 targets in the first half. And that's going to determine, I think that's going to determine the outcome of this game, however that goes. I'm still picking the Eagles, though. I don't know what it is. I'm not very. I am actually.
Could it be all the green in that background? Is what makes it why I pick the Eagles.
The Eagles shrine behind him.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. It makes me want to go with Philly.
I'm gonna go Philly.
I don't know either.
That Roman numeral right there.
I can't put my finger on it.
I'm pretty confident in this pick. Maybe I should be more scared of the Lions. There's new life in our defense. Obviously, there's new life in the Lions' offense now with the play calling change. But I feel good about this one. I really, really do. I think maybe not think more hope that the offense can get it together. And it's different than the 2023 debacle where the offense never got it together with the Eagles. We've shown there's been weeks it just hasn't been consistent. We haven't strung together multiple weeks of the offense firing on all cylinders. I think this is a week that we can. The Lions defense has never been one that strikes fear into opponents. I think it's a shootout though. I think this is going to be a fun game. We need a good primetime game. They've been awful.
Yeah. Eagles just win these kind of games. This is how you go on those kind of streaks.
Yep.
AJ said, I think in the offseason, and it was a beautiful quote. Everyone can beat Jalen Hurts until they have to beat Jalen Hurts. And that's just how it goes against his team. Something of note, since week 2, Eagles have not played with 5 of their starters healthy. Tomorrow they all come back. Lions super beat up. I'm not as confident as AJ. AJ, thank you for saying all that. I feel so much better now. I think it's going to be a close game. I got a lot of respect for the Lions, man. I think the Lions are going to be right there. They might be the best team. I have number 1 on my rankings list. That's how much above the Eagles. I have a lot of respect for them, but I just think the Eagles are going to, I've seen it too many times.
Here's what's the last marquee matchup that Jalen Hurts and the Eagles have lost? Like the last time we played Josh. Last time we played. No, but I mean marquee, like the big, like Josh Allen versus Jalen Hurts took care of that. Lamar Jackson versus Jalen Hurts took care of that. Took care of Patrick Mahomes. Took care of the Packers last week.
The Rams.
We took care of that. We won that game.
That they lost.
Oh,
yeah, that's
shit.
actually a great question. Let me dive into.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
every matchup that has been the big either like this is the big team, the big NFC Lions versus Eagles, and then the big quarterback like Jalen Hurts has not lost to a star quarterback in I don't think 3 years. If you want to count Baker Mayfield 2 years ago,
the big build up.
That's what you know what I'm saying? Like what?
That's a good question, man.
But I mean,
great.
They win the game, but they still look. As Derek said, it's a hard watch. Time.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah, they won. Yeah, they won the Super Bowl. But I need to see more.
You throw for less than 100 yards. You throw for less than 100 yards against Kansas City. Like, yeah, we won the game, but like, come on.
I ripped my thing off.
Hey, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. From the Broncos fan. I don't want to hear that because you were just saying on the other side.
Yeah. Only one team can be like we win, like we play like dog shit and win.
I'm not saying I'm not saying
they don't play like dog shit, bro. Come on.
You can't say that for the Broncos and then take the other side with the Eagles. We're literally the same.
Why AJ Brown's a fullback downfield. God damn it.
Yeah, that's true.
Can her brother get some targets?
I guess I'm going back here. At least the last big game, maybe that Bucks game a couple years ago.
Probably that Bucks game, that Bucks playoff game was the last like big marquee matchup that the Eagles have lost. Like, yeah, we've lost some stupid ones like against the Giants and then that collapse against the Broncos. But I'm saying the big marquee matchups, game of the week, we just win those games. We just do.
It's going to be that Bucs game in the playoffs. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to be.
I think a Philly Seahawks matchup is going to be fun.
Do we play the Seahawks this year?
Well,
you're talking about the
playoffs, like in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Potentially in the playoffs.
Sheesh, yeah.
That'd be great to beat the Seahawks and the Broncos. If the Broncos can make it that far, dude, that'd be awesome. Unfortunately, guys, we have to move on.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we have to move on to the Cowboys versus the Raiders. I wish we could end it on that one.
This is such a contract
on.
obligation game. You got to get the Raiders on Monday night at home.
Got to get the Cowboys.
You got to get the crews in Vegas.
Yeah.
Even Troy Aikman doesn't want to be there.
Cowboys at 3-5-1, perfect for the Cowboys. Raiders at 2-7, even more perfect. Monday Night Football. Cowboys are getting a ton of players back on that defense, and they need it because that defense 31st ranked in terms of yards per game and points per game. Almost 400 yards per game and 30 points per game. They get Overshown back after being out all year. Quinn Williams, the new addition, will be there. Also Logan Wilson. And then Sharon Revel, their rookie cornerback that they drafted, going to, I think, make his second start, maybe first start in the NFL. So they're going to get some guys back there. And it might not even matter because the Raiders, I have one note underneath them, and it just says terrible. They're terrible. They're not going to do anything. Me and Terrell could be starting at quarterback, and they're not going to put up points. I got the Cowboys here easily. Cowboys sneaky second half run here. I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs or anything, but they can score a little bit, get some defensive help back. I think it's going a little bit of a run here.
I'm right there with you. I think the Cowboys can go on a little bit of a run. Unfortunately, I believe since like week 4, the NFC playoffs have been set as far as the teams that are going to be there. Maybe give or take one of those teams in the NFC North. But yeah, the Cowboys take this one easily, and I agree. I think the Cowboys put together a few wins in the next couple of weeks.
The Cowboys. Go ahead.
Actually, never mind. I just looked at the schedule.
Yeah, look at the
Eagles,
schedule.
Kansas City, Detroit.
Never mind. Not running anywhere. They are going nowhere. They're done.
My bad.
Never mind.
They are not going over. This might be their last win of the season.
Damn it! I gotta do my homework next time I say something like that.
Yes.
Wow.
They're not going anywhere.
My bad, everyone. Sorry, Cowboys fans.
I jump in there. I was like,
hey, you guys want to make this game interesting? We're gonna get a CD Lamb first TD score plus 800. Okay, I like it.
I like it. Just like that, it's 10 times more interesting. Derek, who you got?
Yes. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. The Raiders have shown nothing, unfortunately. I was a big believer in Geno and Pete Carroll, and they just haven't really shown any progress. And they got rid of Jacoby Myers. Give me CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott. At least they still got that connection. Is Jake Ferguson playing in this one?
I don't know. I could check.
I think so. I'm going against him on Terrell's fantasy team this week.
He's back in there.
Oh,
yes.
Well, the Cowboys can put up points. So if only they had like a star edge rusher, maybe. I
don't know. No, I'm going with the Cowboys in this game. This will be their last win of the season. They'll look good. That offense will look good against the Raiders. It'll be fun football. Like if you're just like never watched football before, like, oh, this might be the game to get you interested in football because a lot of points are going to go up for Dallas. You might become a random Cowboys fan will be born on Monday. But no, Cowboys in this snooze
One
fest.
question I want to ask is like, you guys think Quinnen Williams does anything to like fill that hole from Micah Parsons?
No,
not necessarily.
Does he have a sack this year?
Well, he's more like a D tackle though. He's not like a DN.
That's what I'm saying.
But I don't know. I think it was just kind of like a stopgap move just to appease the fans that getting rid of Parsons. Like, hey, we got this other former All-Pro. I think he's got a one-time All-Pro. So I don't know.
I rather
his first game against the Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Cowboy fans are. I mean, they're watching Micah in Green Bay, and they're as long as Green Bay isn't winning, I don't think they care. That's
a good point. It's not like Micah Parsons is tearing it up in Green Bay, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. That's everything. That's week 11. All the games, all the picks. Thanks, guys, for hopping on for this. Should be a really, really good week. Can't wait to recap it. Of course, major games, Broncos and Chiefs. Eagles and Lions, and of course Seahawks, Rams, amongst some other good games as well. But all of our teams in big games makes it a fun week. We will be back on Monday with a recap show and more fantasy content throughout the week. That's all I got. Guys, thanks for hopping on. We'll see you.
Peace.